We are never in a state where we are not transmitting information. Our behaviour and what we're truly thinking is depicted heavily through body movement. In today's video, we are going to delve into a video that was recently posted by James Charles's former lover, allegedly, which is an apology video directed towards James Charles. The reason we will be investigating the body language in this video is because there have been mass conspiracies surrounding whether or not the apology is true, or if he's doing it to avoid James Charles's legal team. To put it simply, body language is the unspoken element of communication that we use to reveal our true feelings and emotions. Our gestures, facial expressions, and posture, for instance. Being aware of negative body language in others can allow us to pick up on unspoken issues or bad feelings. When we are able to read these signs, we can use it to our advantage. For example, it can help us to understand the hidden messages that lie within this apology. The briefing. So for those of you who don't know, Tati Westbrook, a beauty guru, made a video about another beauty guru, James Charles, exposing him. There were allegations that he was making straight men uncomfortable, and a couple of those men reached out and spoke on YouTube, one of which who is a waiter, whose apology since then we will be analysing today. After Tati had posted this video, James Charles had apologised and then had made another video debunking everything that was said about him. As we know, Tati Westbrook has since deleted her apology and has stopped talking about the situation altogether. Jeffree Star was ready to expose James Charles the house. However, he uploaded a video saying that he no longer wanted to insert himself into the drama that didn't concern him. A lot of people are wondering if James's legal team has been in contact with both parties and threatened legal action, which is why everyone is staying quiet. And more importantly, why did James Charles's alleged ex-lover look frantically worried and appear to be reading off a script in his apology video? Some say he is clout chasing, others say it's staged. Let's take a look objectively into his body language throughout the entire video. This is just my personal interpretation and speculation of what I think is going on, but feel free to voice your opinions in the comments down below. I will keep this as objective as I can.
I want to publicly apologize to James. The things that I said in my past video are not all true, and I wanted to come clean about it.
The first 10 seconds of the video, his blink rate is minimal, and the tone of his voice, it sounds almost scripted and very monotone. Often those who speak in a monotone pitch are not allowing their emotions to be heard or seen. They have a tendency to repress their feelings, keeping them on the inside. So therefore, we can't exactly tell how he's feeling. And this is what's led people to believe that the video is scripted, amongst many other things, so that he can save his ass from James Chihuahua's legal team.
I wanted to tell you the honest truth, so I'm going to start from the beginning.
So here we can see the camera cuts at 10 seconds. Now I could be looking too much into this, but if he didn't know his entire script off by heart, then it gives people reason to believe that he's reading part of the script and then recording it and then putting all the clips together in post-production.
So I'm going to start from the beginning.
Notice how when he says he's going to start from the beginning, his body is hunched over what appears to be maybe a keyboard, so potentially he has his laptop in front of him and is either reading off key points he wants to address, or he's reading a script.
So James and everyone came in to the restaurant that I was working at, and he started flirting with me.
His eyes keep looking down as well throughout the video, so that definitely indicates that he is reading from his laptop.
And all of that was true. And then the next night he invited me to his hotel room, and I went and we made out for an hour. Within the first seconds of kissing him, I realized I was not bisexual. But
here we can see him playing with his hands. Some could perceive this as nervousness, or it could just be nervousness in front of the camera, not necessarily what he's talking about.
For me personally, I'm very shy, so it was hard for me to say I'm not enjoying this because he was a celebrity and it was hard on me. So
Once again, we can see him reaching forward, whether it be to scroll down on his computer, further reading this alleged script. Let me know what your thoughts are about this, because this is a reoccurring movement he makes throughout the entirety of the video.
I just kept going along with it, even though it was uncomfortable for me, but I just didn't want to ruin his opinion of me. Keep in mind, he spent $500 on a separate hotel room for me, and I didn't want to make him mad or piss him off, so I pretty much pretended like I was enjoying it. The next day, he messaged me and we continued to talk. At that point, I already knew that I was not attracted to him, nor was I bisexual or gay. I knew in my heart that I was completely straight. And I, in all honesty, led James on because my friends and family pressured me so much to continue. They went on my phone and they typed stuff out, and I just kind of let it happen. Like I said, I have a shy personality, and I didn't want to let this opportunity go because everyone was telling me this is a big opportunity. Just pretend to be gay, pretend to be bisexual for this. Even though in the back of my mind it hurt my mental, it broke a lot of moral codes for me, and it was hard, but I just kept going with it because I kept saying to myself, it's James Charles.
Here we can see his eyes darting from left to right, so clearly he is reading something.
This is crazy, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I kept going with it. And then about a week after we met, on February 22nd, he had talked about flying me out for my birthday, and this is my 20th birthday. And at first my friends were like, go, go.
Now when he talks about his friends telling him to go and see James Charles, he looks to the right momentarily. A number of studies talk about the direction of eyes during lies. Typically when people look up and to the right, they are lying or tapping into their imagination. In this instance, he isn't looking up and to the right, but rather downwards. This means he is allegedly creating a memory instead of remembering something. So take what you will from that.
No matter what, I know you don't like him, but just go for it. Go for the clout. Use him, and I didn't want to use him. This part's true in the video. I pretty much said I am straight, and you've seen the text. And
now when he tells us that we haven't seen the text and he sort of repeats himself, we can see him moving around like he can't sit still. Whether or not this is a sign of nervousness or anxiousness in regards to what he just said, I'll leave that up to you to decide.
We didn't talk for about a couple days. I'm not sure how long that is. But then he came back a couple days later asking for closure, and he Snapchatted me and we FaceTimed. And in that conversation, he pretty much went on to say that he thought I was bisexual. And I mean, I led him on to make him think that, so he's not in the wrong for thinking that. When he called me asking for closure, he went on to say that he's good at reading people, and he thought I was still bisexual, and I didn't say yes and I didn't say no, but in his eyes, he thought I was attracted to him again. So that night, he offered to fly me out to LA again, and I went back and said no, I didn't want to use him for anything, and I declined his offer again. After me and James officially stopped talking, I started thinking, and again, with the pressure I was feeling from my friends and family, I thought I should try to get something out of this whole thing. And then the Gage situation popped up. I just wanted to clarify, yes and no, he was talking to me and Gage at the same time, not exactly. He would block Gage and then talk to me, and then not talk to me and talk to Gage. So there weren't any direct moments where he was talking to both of us at the same time, and I want to clarify that. I was feeling a lot of pressure from my friends and family who was telling me to make a video and publicize it and gain followers, gain whatever I could from it, and so I did. And as soon as Tati's video released where she talked about me as the waiter, I saw it as a perfect opportunity to use.
This definitely sounds like it's scripted. From the monotone voice, finding it hard to say whatever needs to be said. There's also a few legal terms thrown around at the end, legal diction, which leads one to believe that James's legal team definitely, allegedly had something to do with this video, especially because James recently brought up on social media in a prior video I posted how some of the allegations against him are stuck with him for life. Maybe this video is a perfect opportunity for this waiter, who may not be able to defend himself against James's legal team, to get out of a lawsuit allegedly.
To ride the wave of the hype and the clout that was going on around this situation, and me being mentioned anonymously 2 times, I was just going to run it up and make a video. In all honesty, we made the video and painted James Charles in a light that wasn't right. We villainized him for our own good, and that is wrong. And I am acknowledging that publicly now. When we had decided to make the video, James had me blocked on everything, and I couldn't access any of the screenshots, any of the conversations. All of that was blocked, and I couldn't see it. So my friend decided to text him from a different phone saying it was me and explicitly saying that I was gay so that he would unblock me so that we could get the information to continue on with this video. And with that being said, I'm recognizing that as completely wrong. We shouldn't have done that.
Here he gulps, takes a moment to catch his breath, struggling to find words, even though it's allegedly scripted in front of him, to talk about what really may or may not have happened.
And I'm sorry, it's wrong, and I'm acknowledging that now. So after he unblocked us and he thought that everything was good and I was gay now, we decided to go along with the video. And in that video, like I said, we painted him in a horrible light. All in all, I was in the wrong by painting James Charles in a bad light for my own benefit. I want to publicly and officially apologize to James Charles for the video. Thank you for watching. This is the true, raw, uncut story of what happened between me and James Charles. And I hope this clears up a lot of loose ends, because in my video, a lot of people were catching a lot of the loose ends that we forgot to clean up. And so here, we're giving the honest truth now.
Now I know what you're all thinking. Puberty. We've all been through it, all going through it. Is his voice cracking due to nervousness though? Who knows? I'll leave that up for you to decide.
This should be everything. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry.
Overall, what are your thoughts on this apology and his body language throughout the entire video? When you sit down and have a lengthy conversation with someone, you can tell a lot by what the person is transmitting. We can observe their behaviors, if you're observant enough, to get a better understanding of how honest or dishonest the person is being. The way he said at the end of the video that he wanted to address this publicly and officially sounds illegal. There's definitely some legal diction going on there, and it definitely sounds rehearsed. The only question I have is, why would you kiss someone you don't want to kiss for a whole hour? Better pout for some clout. Pouty pouty for some clouty clouty. Anyway, that's all for this investigation. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. My social media will be linked down below, and I'll see you guys in our next investigation.